Hello and welcome. I am Marisan Kyosuke, you can just call me Kyo, and welcome to the video series where we go through every character on HoloCure version 0.7, every character in alphabetical order, doing stage 5 using the little challenge of Halu 5 and Mono Weapon. If you want a longer explanation, feel free to go check out the first video of the series where I played as Aki Rose. Otherwise, enjoy. Shirogane Noel, her main weapon's the Holy Mace, swings a heavy mace in front, and her special is called Night Cup, become invulnerable for 10 seconds. During this time, all weapon sizes increase by 25%, and targets at point-blank range will receive 300% damage and be knocked back. Here's just a little bit of aura damage. Alright, stage 5, no prism, good. Skills. Her first skill's Muscle. Every 30 seconds gain Muscle, which lasts 10 seconds, so it's like a 33% uptime, one third of the time. That reduces damage taken by 20%. Weapon size bonuses from items further reduces damage via muscle up to a total limit of 60, so something like milk or corp pin, I guess. I don't like the 33% downtime on it, but it can get a really big damage reduction. So while it's up, it's super strong. Gyudon, kind of broken by the way, every 30 seconds, gain +3 max HP permanently. Heal also heals it for 15% health, and for every 20 of it Noel's max HP, if you look at the top left, we're already at 210. Also gain 3% attack for 15 seconds, so like 50% of the time, which will let us get some funny numbers. So we're already getting 10 triggers, so this is already doing 30% HP at level 1 with no upgrades. And the last thing is Knight's Dance. Gain a dance gauge that fills while moving or taking damage. When full, Noel creates a holy aura, dealing 150% damage for 10 seconds. The kicker is, damage and size of the aura increases by 3% for every 10 max HP. It's kind of silly. It gets really big, it does a decent amount of damage. Boom, boom. You can build around it, but it's kind of silly. But our goal is to use the silly giant Gyudon buff and see how big of a single hit we can take. Haste Stamp, I'll take that. So we're only going to take Halu and what I would call damage multipliers. So it'd be like Ninja Headband, Hope Soda. We need Halu though. Ninja Headband, Hope Soda. Picky, Face Mask, Gorilla? I think that's 5. And then Halu. And then we'll see just how big of a hit we can get. If this were health, I'd take it right now. Whack. Are we keeping... We're keeping a lot of stuff. We're not taking glasses this time. We should. We could awaken our weapon, but nah, it's Halu time. Actually, it's been Halu time since the beginning. We just never found it. But the cool thing is you can see the gauge going up as we move. If we dodge through things, it counts as taking damage, I guess. So it builds the gauge when we do our dash through enemies. And while the aura is active, the gauge... Die. The gauge continues to build. So if you build all, like, enough defense and stuff like that, you can just keep the aura up 100% of the time. It's actually kind of silly. Ooh, health. I have to take it. Her ult. She now just does damage to everything near her. I want to max out Halu. Invulnerable. And I think our weapon's bigger, I can't really tell. And there's the max out on Halu. The breastplate, by the way, is her signature item. I don't think it's necessary at all. Unless you're doing the really silly build. Let's go over the awakened weapon real quick. Summon a Holy Cross. The attack size increased by 1% for every 5% HP up to 100%. So when we swing, boom, we drop a thingy, and it will last and do some tick damage in an area around it. It's pretty good. Oh, and our aura's one-tapping. That's actually kind of broken. Okay, we can start picking up our damage multipliers. We're gonna need to get a lot of crit at some point. But whatever. So Noel's one of the new characters and might be among the strongest in the game? I don't know. We don't fear anything as soon as we start getting, start ramping up. You see how we're one-shotting stuff? That's never gonna end. Never, ever. In fact, we scale faster. Our damage should scale faster than enemies can. By a long shot. So we'll be getting... Yeah, spoiler alert. We will be reaching... Oh, it just wants to give it to us? Sure. That 10k damage. Pretty easily. Don't know how far beyond it we're gonna go, though, is the question. Will we reach giant Ina numbers on this run? I don't know. Will we reach a higher DPS than Ina? Yeah. We're gonna use this on the Gorilla Paw. Wham. Wham. So we're looking for... I'll max the Gorilla Paw. Solo Stamp. B-Boost Stamp. And the Attack Stamp. In order to, you know, crank out as much damage as we can. Picky will max first. So I'm gonna max it out, even though it scales worse right now. Just so that we can, we'll start leveling up our weapon, actually. Because this base damage does mean something. I'm not entirely sure what it means, but it means something, and I like it. Anyways, so that we can start looking for useful skills here. I'm gonna get the reroll button. Anything that does damage is good. We're gonna HP hold. And, well, we only need enough crits to see crit numbers every now and then. We don't need to, like, get a million crit numbers out on the field. Oh, okay. Because I'm just worried about the big number, so focusing on attack or other stuff's better. But we'll get the haste up, make the game a little easier. Whack. Though B-Boost Stamp is probably going to put in a lot of work there anyways for us. What's this? Lightless? Dude, we don't want the speed up. We don't need movement speed. We got the Ninja Headband, which, by the way, I think is... If your character is a melee character, and you're doing full weapons, and you're having a little bit of issues outrunning enemies, I would definitely suggest picking up the Ninja Headband kind of early. Because it gives movement speed, and that'll help you, you know, be able to maneuver more, dodge more enemies, reach enemies faster. And the such. So, as you can see, when we hold a stat up, yeah, we get it back on the next run, even if we pick it. Super clutch. And by stutter stepping in between each swing, the haste trigger buff on the rock hard stamp, we already hit 1,000, guys, is triggered on the swing of the attack. So as long as we are holding still when the weapon triggers, it will get the haste bonus from B-Boost Stamp, from the rock hard stamp. While not moving 30% damage, and reduces the time between all weapons by 50. So we can do what I call the B-Boost step. By swinging and then taking a step in between each swing and making sure we have time to stop. Allowing us to get our full damage. And our full haste out. But to be completely honest, we don't need that right now. Kind of just a gimmick that helps a lot of the characters out. But if you do too much damage, then you don't need it. Really? Ah, crit. I'll take that. Look how big that aura is already. That's a pretty nice aura. Let's do a dash through. See if we can keep our aura up. Dang it. We're out of rerolls. So I'm stuck with whatever it gives me there. If it's a stat I don't want, then I'll just pick up Hope Soda. Whee! That way we'll get better rolls soon. If we see two stats at once, there's a very low chance. There's only one situation we were unhappy, which is movement speed and pickup range. Ow. Okay. Items maxed. That took us a while. Whoa. Look at us. Oh, okay, never mind. It's dead. We don't get it to look at us. Dude, 1600? You guys see that? 1800, I mean. That's pretty funny. Sure, we'll have the greed stamp on. So we only need to do damage checks when we actually have the Gyudon buff up, which happens at the top of the hour. Oh, here's our second item. Attack up stamp. Increases our damage, weapon damage, and our crit damage. So our buff's up. I saw 2,000 in there. 2,400, actually. Jeez. 2,400 damage on a single swing at the 630 mark. Oh, bad level. And we don't have the solo stamp. Yeah, I lied. We have the solo stamp. Alright, we'll do a damage check as soon as we get Gyudon buff up. 3,100. 3,500. 3,800 with just one level. We got like 300 damage from just one health up or something. You can start seeing just how ridiculous Noel will scale. Whee! Yeah. As we start to go through these, I wouldn't say we're getting near the end, but I get to start thinking about the next HoloCure video series to start working on. And what I want to do is, I won't have characters in any particular order. I may not even get to all of the, may not do all the characters. But what I want to do is get, and it might not be daily either anymore. Just because of how it might be going on how long it takes for me to finish runs, is I want to take super meme runs, character builds that like should not work at all, and see if we can get them through stage 4 hard, endless, and get all the way to Yago's. And one of those ideas I want to do is Noel with a full focus on her aura. I'm even going to immediately delete her weapon and keep it at level 1. Just to show, like, alright, this aura is actually, like, really good. And do builds like that, that's just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So that's the goal. If you guys come up with any similar to that idea, let me know. I have a list currently of what I want to do with a chunk of characters. But we'll see. I'll also make sure to do like a try-hard run on some of the weaker characters because we just gotta like prove that we can do it, that these characters can clear it. So y'all have to let me know who you guys think is the weakest of characters too. Alright, we'll have the heal stamp just in case, but like, probably won't need it. We'll see. Woo! But for mono weapon, I don't know. The first characters that come to mind of being, like, possibly called weak would be Luna, Aqua, not Aqua, no, not Aqua. Aqua's really strong. Anya. There's what I'm looking for. Boom. So what are we hitting for? Oh, Gyudon buff just ended, so I don't quite get to know. I saw 4.1k. That seems low. I definitely use a little bit more haste to bump myself up a little bit. But we'll get to that Gyudon buff shortly. 4.8. 4.7. Looks like we got a good 4.8 damage. Oh, 5.1. Big hit. $5.3, I think, was the last biggest hit I saw in that. It's 10 minutes in. 10 and a half, I guess, or almost 11. Ow. Whee! Yeah, we like don't need any of these things. We're just kind of chilling. Being a more consistent damage with higher crit would be probably, you know, like more efficient. But, it's fine. Look for the big numbers. Whee! But we have less than 20 characters left to go through. How many have we done since Crony? Like 6 or 7? So that's pretty close to only 15 characters left. So we're on track. Finish in the, around New Year's, really. Oh, no. I have to take the attack up for the extra damage. I wanted the crit. Dude, we're at like 6k, almost. Super close. Oh man, my attack swings are so slow that even though I one-shot no matter what, it is still claustrophobic in here. It's pretty funny. But we have 695 health? Compared to the average character at this point who has 600 something? Or 300 something? We have like twice as much health as anybody else. So even though we take 30% more damage per hit, we're still probably tankier than a normal character at this point who didn't take damage reduction. Oh, look at the size of this aura too. You guys see that? This from right here, it's touching the water. That's crazy. And it's doing like 800 crits. We're taking these. We'll eat these attack ups all over the place. I don't mind. Oh, we didn't. That's the buff went off, not I have Gyudon. As soon as Gyudon goes up, we'll do another damage check. 5.8. Oh, 6.6. 7. 7.1 thousand. Let's go. Do some real damage. We can take a crit finally. Yay, consistency. Just a little bit more. And what's... Okay, so the nuts part about this as well is that she has lingering damage. With the little cross. That sheep's taking basically 2 or 3 hits. Couldn't really tell. Per swing. And yes, you can have more than one of these crosses out at a time. Dude, so much dropped. Oh, wait. I can't even see the RGB through her holy aura. Alright, how is it? Can't really see it. Not too good of an RGB character, unfortunately. Dude, this is useless. What? Getting that health. 7.3? 7.9? Dude, our damage range is huge. So our crits are doing like 5.8 to 8k or something. Dude, we might be benefiting from the hate from Bibu Step now, just to get more swings out, because there's so many enemies. Oh yeah, guys, I got a new controller. That way to prevent the unplugging issue, or like the, yeah, it thinks it unplugged issue we had a few times in a row. So we should not be having that problem anymore. I have a wired controller, so there's no plug-in controller, you know, ports that can get jostled on the controller itself, basically. So we're good. The only confusing part about this controller is that, like, alright, so it's basically shaped like a, oh please, PlayStation controller. However, like, the front plate, the controller itself outside of the handles you hold, looks suspiciously a lot like a Super Nintendo controller. And such, so that's where the placements are, but we still have the 2 sticks at the bottom. But on top of that, our face buttons are labeled like an SNES controller, right? So we have a thing that holds like a PlayStation controller with the buttons labeled like a SNES controller, which means my confirm button is now B. Because that's where the X button was on the PlayStation controller, and that's what is generally used as the confirm button. However, my Steam, when I plug this controller in, is like, oh, you have an Xbox controller. So it labels everything A, B, X, Y, which are, if you guys have seen the 2 controllers side by side, you'll know that the Nintendo controller has its AB reversed and its XY reversed compared to an Xbox controller. So this controller confuses me on every single angle that it possibly can. It is Gonna take some time to get used to. I am, like, considering trying to black out the buttons. And then, like, putting on ABXY stickers. Wait a minute. What's our damage number? We're at 9K, 9.7? Dude. We're almost there. This'll help. Yeah. So, I'm getting used to this new controller. I have to get used to just thinking it's an Xbox controller. I may just have to get, like, an Xbox controller, a display of one, like a picture of one, for me to look at. That'd be kind of funny. Just have a, ooh, 10,000, let's go! Look at that. Wait. Yeah, that's with Gyudon buff. I have to have Gyudon buff to hit 10k. Okay. Wait, when did my Kaela hit 10k? Is it a similar timing? I'm gonna have to double check that. Yeah, but yeah, Gyudon buff. We've got that 10.8k. Easy stuff. Bullets don't do too much because we just have 900 health. That's all. Just 900. Look at the size of this aura. If we go over here... Yeah, it's hitting the water from here. That's literally, you know, half of the screen on each side. So it's basically one full screen. Practically. Look at these hits. What a little powerhouse. Alright. We're about to get to the Pecora boss. Pekodam. Oh yeah, my HoloCure, or my yeah, HoloCure farming. We don't need this. For all of the coin, all of the fan letters is done. We're only missing items on the last stage, so once we finish all of these, just like that, we will probably get the last one. Anyways, that was Noel. She gets so much health that you can take face mask and be tankier than everybody else in the game. Ah, man. Broke the 10k. Easy stuff. And there's the clear. Thank you all for watching, and please come join us over on YouTube or on Twitch at twitch.tv/marisankyosuke_TV, same name as this YouTube account. Would love to have you. Come chat and say hi, or just lurk. You don't have to talk at all. And of course, blah blah blah, like, comment, subscribe if you don't know already. That's how all YouTube content creators get discovered eventually. So, other than that, take care. Bye bye.